It's no big deal at this point. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. You out in the cold?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm in the car.
Which is heated.
So, yes, thank goodness. Yeah. Still got my beanie on. But it's really cold outside. Can't stand it.
It is cold. I know. I'm cold in here. I got my coat on.
I'll tell you what, Saturday morning at the kids' marathon, it was brutally cold.
How'd that go?
So, well, it went really, really well. We had a great turnout. It was a lot of fun. Everything went great except for the cold weather. I left my house at 6:30, and it was 55 degrees. By the time I got back in my car at about 10 o'clock and went home, it was like 32.
Oh, man.
And the wind, that wind was brutal. So, yeah, it was really, really, really cold. But we had a great turnout. Just want to thank all the volunteers. We had a lot of volunteers from everywhere, from Vanguard, from the College of Central Florida to our advisory council. It was just a really, really good turnout, and really appreciate all the help that we had to make that happen. So, I think we had about, considering the weather, it was pretty awesome. I think we had about 250, somewhere 250 to 300 kids run.
So, that's wonderful.
That's pretty incredible.
Sorry we couldn't be there.
Considering the weather.
Yeah, we had a gig, and even though it was later in the day, when you're not familiar with where you're going, you like to leave early. So that was kind of
sure.
our
Yeah.
plan, so.
Yeah,
absolutely.
we can't leave late.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it went well. So let me ask you about the blood, and then I want to tell you a few things.
Okay.
Well, how is the blood supply? What do we need to know?
Well, I'll tell you right now, we're in emergency need of all types. This weather is really, really hurting us, and we really need O negative. I don't know what past emergency is. It's all pretty bad. But we really need everybody just to get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood. We haven't recovered from the holidays, and then this cold snap hurts us too. So just get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood, please.
Yeah, there you go. Our friend Brad Nimmo from Habitat for Humanity and Vets Helping Vets, his wife posted that they're in Monroe Regional once again. She says we could use some serious prayers right now. So he's a guy who's giving a lot to the community too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The important message that Galen delivers as to why we are an essential part of the blood supply, because without donors, there is no blood supply. That important message to get us off of our butts and out there to donate blood is made possible by Penn Flooring and Palm Garden, so thank them for sponsoring. Penn Flooring has some beautiful flooring. Go check it out for yourself. They have a showroom where you can see it at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. So thank Penn Flooring for sponsoring Galen Unold and LifeSouth for this radio time. And Palm Garden also has a beautiful facility. They've got long-term health care, skilled nursing care if you need it, rehab, respite if you need a little bit of time out for the caregiver. Sometimes that's always a good thing. Go to Palm Garden and you will find out the answers to all of your questions about that wonderful facility, and just as wonderful are the people there. It's the staff, I was going to say. I'm cold. It's cold here.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
All right.
I'll tell you what, I could not get warm Saturday when I got home. I mean, I took a hot bath, and I just could not get warm all day Saturday.
Well, the wind.
It was brutal.
Yeah, the wind really cut.
Yeah, it really did. And when you get cold in your bones, my bones were cold.
Yeah.
When it cuts you to the bone, and
Right.
See, here's the thing. I can always cool off, but pretty quickly. You know what I mean? You take a shower, you instantly are cooled off. You cannot get warm the same way. Yeah, I just hate the cold weather. I don't deal with it well. It's in my head. My wife's like, "You've got to get over this. This is in your head." I'm like, "I know it's in my head." But I won't get over it until the calendar is like June, and then I can stand outside in 2 minutes and sweat. Then I'm happy.
All right, so one thing I want to ask you about is your name, because there's a trending hashtag right now, because we all probably have stories about our names. Growing up with my name is a fun hashtag to go to and look at all the things people are posting. Apparently, it's trending right now. But before I do that, I want to ask you this, I'll tell you something. I went to Publix and they had this wonderful display. I love the way they do the displays just around Super Bowl time. They put they pile soda, and it looks like football games and footballs, and it's amazing how they do this stuff in the grocery stores.
Creative.
So it says Super Bowl 50. And I said to the young man bagging groceries, they usually put a Roman numeral. He says, oh, yeah, but this is the 50th anniversary. I said, what? I know, but it's...
Yeah, no L's.
But shouldn't they put an L?
That's right.
So I don't know, but they put 50.
Yeah.
So, Galen, I looked this up.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this, but the decision to not use an L was made back in June of 2014.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To use the
they've been talking about it for a year.
Really? See, I don't hear this stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? I mean, I missed I was hoping it would be an L because that's my first letter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my name. It's my initial.
It's like
The problem is just the letter L. It's like loser kind of a thing. So.
Oh, loser.
It's
Oh. Well, just thinking, let's see, in 4 years, it'll be Super Bowl Live without the E. L-I-V.
That's right. Live.
There you go. Oh, we like that.
Super Bowl live.
Yeah, live.
They may stop using the Roman numerals too. I've heard them talking about that too. So, but it's the NFL, so whatever's going to make them the most money is what they're going to do.
Yeah, Jaime Weston from the Super Bowl. What's he from? The league's vice president of brand and creativity. That's his title. He says.
Good for Jaime.
He says the L is a one-season break.
I've heard that, and I've also heard it's
the other way
not
too?
coming back. So, when was that written?
June 2014.
Yeah, I think they've subsequently changed their mind a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, it's the NFL. Whatever's going to make them the most money.
Go to actual numbers. And I guess the first 4 years they used the normal 1, 2, 3, and 4. It was year 5 that they used Roman numerals. They put a V.
Correct.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. The NFL, whatever's going to make them the most money.
Yeah, but look at the marketing. You could have a box. The L would be predominant on the left part of the box, and then you could have 2 football helmets of the teams kind of crashing out, from the V part of the L.
Robert's designing it.
I mean, they missed such a cool opportunity for having such creativity with the L,
Too late.
The problem is L, 99% of the population doesn't know that L means 50 in the Roman numerals.
Be a good opportunity to teach them.
Yeah, they would have learned.
All right.
Real quick.
So
teaching, when you start teaching people with marketing, it's expensive.
All right, I have a
it becomes very, very expensive.
Before we talk about names, I have
What's in your wallet?
I have a sports question. Mm-hmm. And this is I have no understanding of sports at all, but it looks like to me that basketball is trumping football this year as far as this time of year. Am I right? Basketball is more. No, it's not.
No, not at all. Not even close.
Really?
Football is so much more popular than all of the other 3 sports combined.
Really? Okay.
So, if you're looking at ratings, the Cleveland Cavaliers fired their coach. That was a big deal, but that wasn't bigger than the AFC and NFC championship games. So.
Well, you said that big game is tonight.
I don't know. Is that what I read? I was just reading stuff. Was a big game?
Warriors versus the Spurs. You said that the top NBA game is tonight.
So I thought since we're not allowed to say Super Bowl on the radio, apparently, even though we say you're not allowed to write it, but if you wrote it with 2 L's, Super Bowl L, that's not their name.
Who said you're not allowed to write it?
I don't know.
Or SuperBowl, you could put a
people write
P.
it all the time. I've never heard that. You're allowed to write the word Super Bowl.
Okay, I thought it was a copyrighted name or something.
It is. Yeah,
it may be, but it doesn't mean you can't write it. As long as you don't use it to sell a product.
Oh, okay.
If you don't put it on a T-shirt or a hat or something.
Hey, what do I know?
But you could put it in an article or talk. You can use a word. Yeah.
All right, so you grew up with the name Galen. I grew up with the name.
I did.
I grew up with the last name Whitler. I got stories for that. Robin has a name that could be a boy's name.
Yeah.
And Unold, you must have some stories about your last name as well. So we'll talk about our names when we come back. See how interesting this gets.
All right.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Monday, mostly sunny skies and becoming very mild with a high of 66 to 70. Partly cloudy Monday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 40s in a few inland spots to the mid 50s on the coast. Tuesday, more sun than clouds, high 70 to 74. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a couple of showers and thunderstorms, high 69 to 73. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey, Robin, my friend's mother is getting out of the hospital and needs rehab before she goes home. Do you know of a rehab you'd recommend?
Sure. Our friend Jan Marino works at Palm Garden, and she's always talking about the work they do there.
Great idea. I'm going to call Jan right now. What's the number?
854-6262.
I'll call 854-6262, or I might just stop by Palm Garden. It's at the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
Great. I'll go with you.
Put your money to work. Florida Credit Union has a money market special, 1% APY until December 31st, 2016. That's right, through December 31st, 2016. $50,000 minimum balance to open and earn dividends. On January 1st, 2017, the account reverts back to a normal account at current rates. Federally insured by the NCUA, Florida Credit Union, enriching people every day. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or their website, www.flcu.org.
Offer ends February 28th, 2016.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Common wisdom suggests we all want partners who are healthy and in shape, but less than 1 out of 10 men and women said they'd actually dump somebody who was too athletic, likely because the perfect physique could signal a vanity problem. Like when you see a friend laughing or crying and you start to laugh or cry too. And now it's been proven dogs have emotional contagion too. Just the sight of devices like Nest Cam and Piper are often enough to scare off crooks who don't want to be caught on camera.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
This is Kendall Carpenter, Director of Operations with Galen Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. I am proud to announce we will be hosting the Coates Golf Championship, presented by R&L Carriers, here the first week of February. This championship will feature the world's best LPGA players, including world number 1 Lydia Ko. Come and experience women's professional golf at its finest. The championship week starts February 1st and ends with the final round on February 6th. Join me to see the very best in golf at Galen Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club.
WWWOCA, WOCA.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We are The Source, WOCA.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. And, of course, the important message that Galen delivers is to donate blood. Otherwise, there will be no blood supply. If you have any questions, by the way, as we're talking about other things, because we do like to do that, don't hesitate to call. The information you need about donating blood, or maybe the loved one who needs blood, is more important to us than the silly stuff we put together for this segment. It's just an opportunity to spend time with somebody who knows how to do radio. That's Galen. And at the same time, give you a chance to call in and ask the questions you might have. So 622-9622 if you don't already know the number. All right, Galen, you're the first Galen I've ever known.
I hear that a lot. I'm the first Galen most people meet. So yeah.
So hearing that a lot is probably something you've grown up with, right? When somebody says you're the first
absolutely.
Galen I've ever known, right?
Right.
But you like your name. You're okay with your name, right?
Now I am. I don't know if I was okay with it.
Oh, when you were a kid?
Until I was about 40. No, close. I'll tell you. I mean, when I started in radio and TV, I had every news director / program director that I ever worked with said, you really got to change your name. He's like, they're all like, nobody can remember it. I'm like, well, that's my name. I'm not going to change it. So I mean, that's a part of having a unique name, one that people can't spell. I mean, it's just misspelled all the time. But again, it really becomes to define who you are in a lot of ways. So.
That is interesting. My last name is Whitler, and everybody in my family has it. Well, not everybody in my family. But anyway, So it's Hitler with a W. That's how it's spelled, for those who don't know. And so when in the music business, I had you're not going to believe what I was told. I don't even know if you know this, Robin. I was told, why don't you make your W your middle initial, and then you'll be Larry W. Hitler. I swear to God. I swear I was told that.
I can believe that. Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I sounded like Sid Vicious.
Yeah.
But I sounded more like James Taylor.
But I can see, just because of the promotional impact that would have. I mean, yeah, I can get that. I can completely see that happening.
A German music company one time said I should change my name to Larry Florida. Because Hitler being in my name wasn't going to go over well over there.
Mm-hmm.
But they love Florida.
Pretty funny.
I said, no, I got my name from my father. I'm proud of my father. Yeah. I'm proud of what he did and everything. So.
And your song got a lot of hits.
Because of Hitler.
Because of your name.
Yeah. Because of the Hitler thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Robin, what about Robin? You have a name that is also shared by boys? Was that an issue?
Yeah, I do. That not for me, but other people. They always insisted that I had a Y in my name and not an I.
Oh, okay.
And I said, no, it's like the boy spelling. Well, how can it be? I said, because my dad named me, and that's my name.
What about your last name, Galen? Do you have any issues with that?
Yeah, I mean, I still have issues with that. People can't pronounce it. They're like, oh, Unold, oh, you're young. Yeah, that's right.
You've heard every joke about your name.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had heard every joke about both my names by the time I was 12. So it was just, you just deal with it.
But in broadcasting, you're part of a legacy. I mean, it was your dad's name and everything.
Oh,
so.
Only in Ocala. I mean, it's when I got my start in I guess my first real radio job that my dad didn't get me was in San Diego. But they're like, well, you're not going to use your last name. Don't say your last name. And that was the first guy who told me I should change my name. And then when I was in St. Augustine, they're like, they had never heard of the word Unold. So they're like, just don't use it. And I was told that a lot until I got on TV. And then they're like, well, you have to use two names because we're professional here. So, yeah.
Unlike radio.
Again, I mean, it's just, radio, this. Radio is a lot more of a conversation. It's more of we're in somebody's house. We're an invited guest.
Right.
It's a lot different than TV where it's much more formal. Everything about radio and TV is much more formal on the TV side. You can get away with almost anything on the radio side.
Am I remembering wrong, or is it just because I knew your dad's name so well? I never knew your dad, though, but wasn't there a nationally known Unold also? Or am I just...
No.
Okay.
No.
I was just...
No, it's a name brand in Germany. It's like Maytag in Germany.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So, yeah.
It's like WOCA is a floor
Unold,
yeah.
If you go on like the YouTube Unold, you'll see a bunch of how-to videos on their products.
Oh, really? What if you
bread makers and
what if you Google Galen Unold? What do we see?
Just a bunch of my videos that I've made of my boys.
Oh, okay.
And marathon videos.
Okay, I was thinking this stuff would come up. Okay. Okay, so if you
and a lot of OCA. A lot of OCA.
So if you do hashtag growing up with my name, here are some of the fun things that people posted. Let's see. Going through roll call at school was a struggle. The teacher would butcher your name. Okay.
It's brutal.
To make things worse, it's annoying when the teacher attempts to call you something other than your given name. In other words, she says to you, "Hey, your name is Galen. Is there anything else I can call you besides that?"
Yes.
Did you have that?
I heard that a lot. Oh yeah. I'll tell you, there's a great video by Comedy Central. Key and Peele did it. It's called "Substitute Teacher." Do you ever want to laugh like out loud, funny, like bubbles coming through your nose, funny?
Yeah.
Just YouTube "Substitute Teacher" Key and Peele. Okay. It's one of the greatest YouTube videos you'll ever watch.
How do you Key and Peele?
Oh, I said.
Okay.
Key and Peele, Substitute Teacher. You need to write that down and watch it.
Let's see. You've bombarded with people making terrible puns at your expense. You've had a lot of puns.
Oh, you're forever young. You can never get old.
Unold.
You're unold. Really? I'd never heard that one. Wow, I'm unold. Thank you.
They used to, I shouldn't say the name because then they might be listening, but there used to be a lady banker at the teller, and if you spelled her name backwards, it spelled something else. I won't tell you because then you might know who it is. And I wondered if she knows that. And then I read this thing. It says, okay, this is from a lady named Lana, Lana, and she writes, people always say to her, do you know what your name is spelled backwards? Of course, it's anal.
Yes.
Of course I know.
What? I mean, it's my name. I know everything about there is to know about my name.
Let's see. If you have a name like Sam Escobar, you get stopped at the border for random checks just because of your name.
Oh, certainly.
Absolutely. Yes, you do. That I think would be worse if you're like if your name is Charles Manson.
Right.
Oh, what's your name, Charles Manson? Wow, your parents. Oh, wow. And you're like my age, and that had happened, and you got named right, when that happened. Like, oh, that's too bad. That's brutal. At that point, you got to think about changing your name, because even if it's Chuck, it's still not good.
Right.
Chuck Manson.
Right.
Yeah.
This is now. I'm going to probably mispronounce the name. Elahi Izadi put on this this Twitter thing, says, quote, where are you from? Maryland. No, really, Maryland. I mean, originally, my mother's womb in Maryland. I guess with a name like that.
That happens to me a lot because of the color of my skin, not necessarily my name.
Oh, really?
People always, oh, yeah, where were you born?
Oh, gee.
No, but where are you from? North Carolina. I grew up here. Why don't you just ask me what my ethnicity is?
That's got
so
to be heartbreaking.
okay, I have a...
They don't do it. They don't do it to offend you. It's not offensive. It's just, I thought you were Greek, or I thought you were Lebanese. I get that a lot now. Okay. I guess because I have no hair. Everybody in Lebanon has no hair and a big nose. That's what I know.
Another hashtag entry was, I never see souvenirs with my name on it.
Never
see souvenirs.
The Coke. All right, you remember the Coke cans that came out with your name on it?
Right.
So in Britain, this really made my whole family mad because there's no cans of any of our names on it. So we were like, fine, we'll just make our own. You could only do it if you lived in Britain or in England.
Really?
Couldn't do it in the United States. Yeah, you couldn't have your own names printed on the cans.
Oh, my.
Oh, man.
I was mad. I'm like, I should have said it was racial or something, but it wasn't. So my only thing I got was friend.
Friend.
Buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gee.
Growing up, the coolest things was you'd go, you'd take these long road trips in the car, and every place you'd stop, they'd have like that rack of souvenirs with names on it.
Right.
And the one I always wanted was the license plate that hung on your bicycle seat, and it said your name in like the state of Florida. It looked like the state of Florida.
That's cool, yeah.
Never.
No, there wasn't one for Galen.
Didn't happen.
I could have made you one.
I just wanted to make my name as like Cindy or Thomas. Because they had like 75 Thomases, and but no Galen.
But you know what? When we were kids, though, they sold these kits and they had stick-on letters. Do you remember that, Robin?
I do.
You can make your own license plate.
Didn't work well. It wasn't the same. I wanted mine embossed.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's right.
I know.
That's right.
So I will tell you this: when Galen Hall became the coach of the Florida Gators, it's a big moment in my life.
Oh, really?
And because they had these license plates, and I didn't like the Gators even then. And it said Galen's Gators. I'm like, I'm taking that.
Did you get one?
Is that my name? Oh, of course. I interviewed him years later after he'd gotten fired from the Florida Gators. I interviewed him, and I told him that story, and he goes, you know what? You're the only other Galen I've ever met.
Oh, that's a great story. Great story.
I thought that was pretty funny.
All right, where is the Bloodmobile today, Galen?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is at the Walmart out in Summerfield. So just come out and see us, please, and give the gift of life to donate blood.
Donate blood. Tell me I heard Galen tell you about it.
Yeah, I don't care who you tell.
All right, Galen, you be careful out there. Stay warm.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you for
Bye,
what
all.
you do. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A lot of folks on the East Coast felt like this amid record-breaking snow over the weekend.
Mess, totally. It's a shame. Big storm, blizzard. We weren't prepared.
In Washington, D.C., schools and government offices closed today.
29 inches fell at Dulles Washington International Airport, just shy of the Snowmageddon storm of 2010. Metro Rail and Bus offering very limited service today, and one runway will be open at Dulles and Reagan airports.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. A Detroit judge holds a hearing today that could force teachers to end their sick-out. They've been protesting pay, class sizes, and building conditions. In the NFL, Denver beat New England 2018 for the AFC title. Bronco quarterback Peyton Manning.
There's been a lot of different people stepping up, doing their parts.
In the Super Bowl, the Broncos will play Carolina, which romped over Arizona 49-15. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
What are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
Well, what are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. Don't you remember me? Don't you know that we miss you?
Miss me? Who misses me?
You know, all your friends in the forest. The trees, the pond, that little fort that you made out of branches. We all miss you.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
The forest is not that far away. Have an adventure today. I'm sure your mom would take you.
You're right. I should get out. I want to have fun. Play in puddles, catch frogs, and climb trees. Hey, Mom!
Yeah, hon? Steven, what is that in your hand?
It's my sense of adventure, Mom. It's telling me we need to get out of the house and have some fun in nature today.
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Happy New Year and howdy, folks. Did you ever have someone get fresh with you? RL here to tell you what to do. Just get along down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs and keep your New Year resolution to eat fresh. That's right, fresh garden salads topped with crunchy fried or grilled chicken, or a fresh banana shake, or a banana split. That's the kind of fresh folks like at Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
The very best in quality is Captain T's upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's upholstery.
At Ameris Bank, we understand that there is no purchase more exciting than the purchase of a new home. We are dedicated to helping you find the mortgage that meets your needs and giving you the personal attention you deserve.